Welcome to my anime. Make a fan out of my enemy. Yeah. Ooh, she out to my family. I'm gone. So tell me what's your plan today? Hey, yeah, I'm not cold. I did expect for y'all to know this. Catch me shining like a ghost.
Hey guys, how you doing? Hey sis. Hey King You, how you doing? Oh dear. I don't know who that is. Thanks sis, I appreciate you. Hey Young Dumb, how you doing? So it's gonna be done on TikTok, but because of the technical issues I was having with TikTok. Hey Cash, how you doing? So because of the technical issues I was having with TikTok, that's the reason why we brought it over to here. So you guys are lucky, because we were gonna do it on TikTok. Alright, let's go, Azazus. Let's go. Make sure you share the live, guys. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining in. Oh no, not another. Azazus, I've requested you. How you doing, Bex? How you doing? Still on that pole, girl? Still on that pole? You know me. I like to go for different looks all the time. Hey, Boo Becca. How you doing? Just doing a nice interview. So Azazus has just dropped a single. I'm inviting you. Yay!
Finally got down.
How you doing? How you doing? I'm sorry. I should have done a test run beforehand because I've never.
No. You good? You good?
I don't really go live on TikTok, so it's like it was different. But I should have done a test run beforehand. But we're here, and the my Instagram people, obviously they're gonna appreciate the fact that we've done it here because that's what they're used to and stuff. So first thing I want everybody to do is make sure you go and follow Azazus and make sure you follow his journey, his musical journey. He's doing a lot of great things at the moment as well. He's
right on
blowing up and stuff. So you know, and he's just dropped anime. Sorry, welcome to my anime. So, and I just done a TikTok video. So if you're on TikTok, guys, make sure you go and check it out. Just done a TikTok video. Hey, Unicorn. So yeah. All right. I
think you're the first one to do a TikTok to that song too, by the way.
Of course. I told you I was gonna do it, didn't I?
You did. You did.
I've seen that you put the sound up for. Is this the FYP?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that one too.
You need to.
I love.
And what's up, everybody that's tuned in on both sides, by the way?
Hey guys. So, yeah, we're about to get into the questions and stuff like that. So, I have actually seen your interview with I can't remember the name of the person, but I saw that interview. That was dope. And I've seen that you're behind the scenes of your new video as well. So that's, you know, you've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment. So let's start off with the fact that you're becoming a household name, especially on TikTok for the ladies.
Yeah.
Under the name, your TikTok husband.
Your TikTok husband.
What made you, so obviously the name Azazus is your stage name. So will you be changing that in the future, or are you going to just keep it that because of the charisma you have attached to your TikTok husband?
Are you asking, will I be changing my TikTok name?
Yeah.
Most definitely keeping that the way it is.
Because you're also your TikTok, not your TikTok, your clapper husband as well. So, you know, just everybody that's trying to look for him, that's the names on, but it's also on his bio, which if you click the link in his bio on his Instagram page, you'll find everything in there as well. So let's talk about your stage name. What is your inspirations behind your name, and have you been known as any other name?
Y'all ain't getting any other name, but I can tell you the story behind this name.
Okay.
uh, Azazus is a name that I came up with to basically personify my interpretation of mankind. And my interpretation is like when we're born, we don't understand the world, we're ignorant, we're misled, and over time we become like, you know, guided by the things that we think that we understand, and we become enlightened and whatnot. So the name is two different biblical entities combined together: Archangel Azazel and Jesus. Azazel is at the beginning of the name because, like I said, I feel like when we're born in ignorance. Azazel represents like mischief, ignorance, misguidance, and Jesus, which is the end of the name, my interpretation represents like you know, enlightenment and maturity, understanding the world, trying to like find a solution to shit. And so both those combined together is Azazus. Yeah.
Okay, so are you actually religious yourself?
I am, but I don't really talk about it that much on my page. So
okay, no problem. So 11's asking, how did you get verified on, because you're verified not only on Instagram, but you're verified on several platforms, soon probably going to be verified on TikTok as well. So
I'm verified everywhere else except for TikTok, but I don't think how are you verified is the correct answer, because like asking a person how are they verified, that's almost like shitting on like everything they did. It's almost like, why are you verified? You know what I mean? I think the better question is, who is Azazus and what are some of my accomplishments that like contributed to their verification? If you're asking that question, I've done quite a few concerts and music festivals with some of y'all favorite artists. Yin Yang Twins, Travis Porter, Chanel West Coast from MTV, if y'all are familiar with her, Kasky, YMCMB, like the list goes on. Aside from the live events, I also have like popular songs, just like Mimsy was saying. I am becoming popular on TikTok. As of 2020, one of my most popular songs on TikTok was a song titled OnlyFans, which right now is damn near 1 million TikTok streams from like all the videos combined together, all the different girls using the song in their videos. But yeah, I hope that answers the question.
Cool. And do you put thought into how you want to appear to people? Is there a strategy behind your image?
I mean, the only thing I really want people to notice is the story behind my shit, and hopefully they find something to relate to through my story. As far as like visually or anything like that, I mean, the dreadlocks, the influence from anime and, you know, the goth culture, anime culture, horror movie culture. But other than that, I really try to like separate my personal from my music, because I don't really think that like knowing like super deep personal shit about people is like, to me, that's not actually knowing a person. You're just gathering information to try to goddamn judge a person doing it. But like, as far as like what I want people to notice is just like, you know, the stories and all that shit. So,
but like, is your name? So you've got your name, and then you've got your image. So is that so? Because obviously the behind the name, it kind of reflects differently to the image that you present. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of, that's the reason why I was just like wondering, you know, what's the strategy behind it?
yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, even with the two entities that like came into the creation of my name, you got to ask like, how much do people even really know about both of them? You know what I'm saying? Like, do they really know the backstory of them, or do they just know what both entities kind of represented to the world? And so that's why, like, even through my music, I just kind of teach people like, yo, like, don't wait for somebody else to be the hero of your story. It's your story. You're the main character. Be the hero of your own story. And that's why I try to like display to people on my pages and within my music.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that resonates with people, but yeah.
So why actually made you take your music seriously? Because you know, like
I
some
mean, like,
people be finding a
mhm.
sound and they don't really take it seriously. They just be like playing with the music kind of thing. But like how far you've come and your accomplishments, what made you kind of take that seriously to get to where you are now?
Well, I mean, like for me, music was never that hobby shit like it is for other artists. You know what I'm saying? Like the example you just gave, for some artists, they just get bored one day and they're just like, "Oh, I'm gonna try like this shit, see if I'm good at it." That was never me.
Mm.
Ever since a child, I was exposed to like people being able to make money from music. Like my father, for example, he was a traveling soul singer and a gospel singer. So
Yeah.
even as like an infant, you know, I witnessed like the adults like making income for their family from music. So it was never really like a hobby type thing. It was always serious for me. And so even relating to me, uh, when I had got down and out like a hard part in my life, one of the ways that I was able to like provide food for myself, uh, I was selling like merchandise and stuff like burnt CDs and stuff at the mall and everything like that, you know, just like panhandling and backpacking and shit.
Mm.
And like I think that was the serious realization then when I was just like, yo, like I don't have shit to my name right now, but I'm still able to eat off of like selling these CDs.
Mm.
Maybe once like I get my life like back together, why don't I try to take it to the next step and like, you know, actually become like an artist, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
so
Yeah. So you signed to anybody?
have I or would I?
Are you currently?
No. Sign to myself.
So are you looking to get signed or are you gonna remain independent?
That depends on offers, you know what I mean? I'm not looking for it, but if somebody pops up with like a deal on the table where like they're taking like an idea of mine and they're blowing up that idea to the next level that I never thought was even possible,
Mm.
I would take that deal. But not just some random deal where somebody's just like, oh, like I like your music, 15,000 for this. Nah,
No,
why? It's not really doing anything.
no, exactly. Do you have management?
Myself, pretty much everything that I'm doing right now is all me, with with a few investments from some of my close fans and listeners
Mm.
and other people. Like I'm getting help with like investments here and there just from people that believe in me, but other than that, as far as like the marketing and campaigns, that's all me.
So it's a lot of work for yourself then. But you know, when you see the end result, I guess it's gonna be, it's like you know, it makes you feel you did that, you know. And I like applaud you for doing that all by yourself because I know how difficult it is. Like artists are
Yeah,
artists that do everything themselves are, I feel like they're underestimated and stuff. So I just
yeah.
realized my camera was going down and down and down. Okay,
Oh,
so
you trying to give a peep show?
what would you say your most enjoyed creation is? So far in your music history, what is, and so out of your visuals, your creative, the tracks that you've made, what has been the most enjoyable so far?
A song that's not even released yet. That's the tragedy. The song is titled On Red. You guys are hearing about this song before it's out. So when it's out, you guys could go back to this and be like, yo, we heard about this on Mimsy's interview. But
I love it.
it's a yeah, it's a dark gothic song titled On Red, and it's basically about people around you. They like the idea of you, but not actually you. And so everything that you got going on in life is kind of just like going over their head, but
Mm,
they're still around because they lust you. You know what I mean?
hmm.
And yeah, that song, yeah,
I can't
it's
wait to
coming
hear that.
soon.
How soon is soon? Is this like soon this year?
Soon as in this year, most likely it's going to be available everywhere in July, August, somewhere around that time.
Oh, not long to wait then, because you know time's just flying by
Yeah.
at the moment. At the moment, we've got the "Welcome to My Anime" song to enjoy, and then we'll definitely be looking forward to that as well. So what genre would you say you fall under?
I wouldn't say I fall under any.
No?
I don't like to tack anything on me just because like I'm not gonna stay in a box for long. You know what I mean? Like, cause I do rap one day next minute, you know, like I'm jumping on like a reggaeton song, like for example, Corpse's Bride and Me All Black. Neither one of those songs are rap songs, you know. And then the song that I just dropped, the Welcome to My Anime song, that's a hyperpop song, which
Yeah.
has nothing to do with like rap or anything. So like,
Yeah.
you never know what I'm gonna do. So that's why I don't want to just like say, oh, I rap or like, oh, I do pop. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's dope because it is like I think that's what the say this thing. That's what causes the pressure for the artists as well. It's like you get categorized and then you don't have anywhere, like especially when it comes to you being signed to a particular label. If you get categorized
yeah,
into it, like that label says, right, you belong to this category. You can lose motivation, you know. And I'm all about artists staying as independent for as long as possible, get those sponsors, get the money and stuff like that, and then ride the wave, you know. So hopefully, you know, that will, you know, push the music. Well, you're doing everything right anyway because you've got a good fan base, as they hear as well. Oh look, we've got some questions from people as well. So, all right, I've got a few
by the
more
way, am
questions.
I freezing at all on your end?
If you guys have got questions, keep it into the question box and I'll collate them afterwards because I've got my questions, you know.
So we good?
Huh?
I'm not freezing. We good?
Yeah, we're good. You ain't frozen.
Okay, cool.
It's that sunlight. So tell us your first stage experience and what was your emotions like?
First stage experience. This is interesting. My very first stage experience, I was 13 years old, and it was actually a record label audition in Foley, Alabama, and they were looking for talent in like areas that nobody would think about looking at. And for
Wow.
people that may be unfamiliar with my area, this is the same area that Rich Boy, Young Blue, No Cap, OMB Peasy, all of them are from. And so yeah, so it was me and my cousin Joshua O'Neal. It was actually his record label audition. But like I said, we were 13 at the time and he was scared to get up there by himself. So he asked me and five other neighborhood friends that we had to like just get up there and dance and be his hype man. And you know, me being me, like my dad did stuff like that, but me not having like any, you know, relation to the music, I never thought that I would be the one like on the stage. And so like I really enjoyed that experience, which kind of led me to my songwriting experiences and stuff. But yeah.
Okay. So do you remember the emotions that you were going through at the time? Because I know like people, like as an artist, you know, you guys have the kind of influence to the public to basically say, don't be scared. This feeling's normal, you know. Do you remember those emotions, especially for those 13-year-olds who want to basically get into music?
Oh, we was scared as hell. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
So you
I had zero clue about what I was doing. I didn't even know what a hype man was supposed to be doing. All I remember is, and by the way, y'all, this was back like during the era where fashion was still like baggy clothes and everything, you know, like skinny dudes wearing like 2 and 3X like shirts and shit. We up there in these baggy ass clothes, pants falling off our ass and shit, and like I just remember jumping up and down, looking all over the place because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was trying to see if anybody was watching me. Of course, people were watching me because I was on stage, but I was just like, don't look at me. But like, you know, I'm hype, man. Like, I didn't know what I was doing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So you moved from Alabama, where you were raised, to Florida. What was the reason for that move? Because it's not like the normal move. People usually move to Atlanta, you know, but when they're in the music stuff. So what was your reasoning behind the move?
That was referencing what I said prior about me being down and out in life. That was that time. So
Okay.
for those to get it, you get it. If you don't get it,
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, but we'll move on. So,
pretty much long story short, we ain't gonna dive deep into it. To give you guys a synopsis, I graduated high school. Immediately after graduating high school, like 2 weeks after that shit, some stuff came up and I became homeless, and the scholarships and everything that I supposedly went to college with, I ended up having to cash those scholarships in, and I was in and out of the streets, hotels and stuff, and I couldn't get any help from like friends or family. And so I had to migrate on over to Florida, which is where my father's side of the family was. I never met them, didn't know them. I didn't know anybody in this state. And so I just had to start over or continue living in Alabama being homeless. And so that was the situation.
Oh, okay. What
Yeah.
doesn't, break you makes you stronger. So talk us through your creative process. So you say you're a songwriter. So do you write songs to the beat first, or do you hear the beat and then write the song? How do you create your music?
It really depends on the situation. Like some songs, the songs that don't have the beat first, they come to me when I'm literally in the shower, which is why I think the most. I meditate. Uh, I'll just be in the shower and my mind will be zoned out and I'll just think of some shit and I'll run and get my phone real quick and like record a memo,
Hold
and that
up.
memo could be literally like 4 to 6 to 8 lines, and those memos will stay in my messages for like weeks or months until like I find a beat that matches that emotion I felt, and then I'll just end up developing the rest of the song. Sometimes I'll end up getting the beat first, and I'll reject like a bunch of beats if they don't resonate with like what I'm thinking about. And then as soon as I find something that hits my emotion, then the song just got like it kind of just pours out. So
So you get out of the shower, stark naked,
yeah,
to go and get your phone.
yeah,
You gotta do what you gotta do, You gotta put a phone holder or something, a plastic piece of paper or something in the shower, because you're gonna get pneumonia or something, So that's
yeah.
crazy. But that's, everybody to each to their own on how they create their process and stuff. So so in your bio it says you're a producer as well. So do you produce your own music?
Sometimes.
Okay, so do you have a reliable engineer and producer that you go to mainly, or is it you just basically go, as you said, with your emotion?
I go with what is needed. Because to be honest with you, no shots at anybody that I've ever worked with. Nobody is 100% that reliable, and I don't trust people like that. Like I'm so far in my career now, I know well enough not to trust people like that. It could work for other people, but just in my story, I don't have anybody around me that's like that reliable, because like they'll do right like 1 or 2 times, and then like after that,
Get too
I can't get
comfortable.
people to stay consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's really sad that happens, because that means that they're like, oh, he'll come back, da, da, da. And they do that to a lot of artists as well. Who are your
yeah.
influencers? This is one of the questions that somebody asked as well.
And by the way, hey to everybody that popped in. We're not ignoring anybody. Um, Influences: Michael Jackson, T-Pain, Drake, Melanie Martinez, Travis Scott, Tory Lanez,
Damn.
Black Bear.
I remember
I
you
think
saying something
that,
about Black Bear, that you didn't know who
yeah,
he was until he did a feature with somebody. I don't know who Black Bear is, to be quite honest. So,
yeah. He did the feature Do Re Mi with Gucci Mane,
oh
because
yeah.
it was originally him by himself. But then once the song like started picking up buzz and the label put money behind it too, he went back and redid the version and added a verse with Gucci Mane on it. But yeah.
Okay. And what's the best advice you've been given in your music career and also your life?
I ain't get any. Don't nobody give good advice. Like if I must be honest, if you guys like want the cold cut truth, like in this interview, the music industry does not give you any advice because they don't want anybody to make more money than them. So like you can ask advice from these people, the people that got $1 million and shit, but they're not gonna give you like any information.
Do you feel like
So
it's
like
a greedy industry?
yeah, yeah. So like nobody's really gave me like all right, so one big advice that I remember, and this is from a big label. Some of you guys may be familiar with the label RCA Records. Uh, this was 2015 when Warner Brother Records and RCA Records both had wanted to sign me, but it was a whole bunch of stipulations that came with the contract. And RCA was the last label to call me that year. And they told me on the phone when I had rejected the contract, they was just like, well, we're just letting you know if you plan on making it, the only way that you're gonna make it independent, you better have some rich friends, or you better know somebody that's a big investor. And then they hung up. So that was the best advice they gave me, is pretty much you better have money.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
At least they're
Yeah.
honest, you know, but that's just I feel like the music industry has a form of entrapment. They basically want to, like, you know, because there's a lot of underground artists, and that's the reason why I do what I do, because I'm like, the underground artist needs a voice and needs a platform to be heard and stuff like that, and you never know
Yeah.
what could happen one day. But yeah, okay, so who would you collab with who is passed away?
Michael Jackson, Lil Richard, uh, XXX Tentacion, and Mac Miller.
Okay, and what about Alive?
Alive, Lil Nas X, Tory Lanez, T-Pain, Melanie Martinez.
Okay, some really,
Yeah,
there's some really like unique sounds as well. They're versatile sounds, but very all
yeah.
different kind of thing. And what would you change about the industry if you had the power to change anything?
Um, Only thing I would change is these motherfuckers talking about me more.
Why? Oh, in a good way.
In a good way, in a
Oh,
good way.
okay, okay.
Cause like I feel like I've done enough right now to where everybody and their mama should be at least acknowledging me once. But the way that this industry is set up is almost like they want you to do like some crazy, controversial, viral. And I know I said that word wrong for anybody said it in the comments. They want you to do like some crazy stunt shit before they acknowledge you and just be like, oh, you know, like that's that one dude that made that one shit. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, I've already done enough. Like, just fucking give me props. You ain't got to give me money yet, but give me props at least. Like,
Yeah, I know, I know.
yeah.
That's, you know, do you feel like you have to go international to become recognized locally?
Not necessarily, because entertainment, really, behind the scenes, entertainment depends on how much money you got and who you're friends with. You know what I'm saying? And if you either got money or if you know like a lot of people that could like put in a word for you, you really could do this shit like in your own city or in your own country. But a lot of artists, not just American artists, but a lot of artists worldwide do the, you know, retrospect shit where they'll go to a different country and pop off, you know? So
Mm,
it's possible on both angles.
yeah. I feel like it's, you know, I feel like from my own experience, you don't get like as much recognition locally unless you go international. And that's just me from the business side of things as well.
Mm.
Um, how would you feel? Do you support your local artists in Florida?
Not really, if you want me to be honest.
It's honesty is the best policy. So,
Not really. I mean, like I support people that I know and I know their backstory and I know they're actually out here doing shit. But as far as just like supporting people just because they're unsigned or just because they're independent, uh, I don't really dabble into that shit too much because a lot of people don't know what the hell they doing. And then people think because I know shit, they think that I just supposed to like graph people up and give them all this advice. And that's why I try to stay away from that shit because it's just like, I'm still trying to make it myself. Even though I've done a lot, I'm still trying to make it myself. And I don't have time to try to like piggyback my career and then piggyback all these other people's careers too that like just pop up. You know what I mean? So
that's
yeah.
true. That's true. And do you feel like the internet helps your music and your fan base?
Yeah, it makes it to where I don't have to like travel overseas to people. Even though I'm still planning on doing that shit, but it makes it easier to connect with people worldwide. So yeah.
Do you plan on, because I know you've done some tracks with people in Europe, or you've had producers in Europe or beat makers in Europe, is that right? Are you planning
Yeah.
to travel to those countries at all?
Oh, most definitely. Like whenever the time comes and this pandemic is over with, like wherever I could get booked, if they're paying like a good price, I'm there. Like I don't care if it's in freaking Japan, Australia. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah,
think because I mean, the UK is starting to open up as well. We find out officially everything on the 21st of June. So hopefully we can get
yeah.
some whatever normality is now. So I don't know what it is. So because it's been 2 years. If you could open up for any artists in the world, who would it be?
Honestly, I don't know because I've already opened up for like so many people. Probably Drake, Tory Lanez, or Lil Nas X. Out of those three.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so you've got something coming up in July that you just spoke about. Have you got any other projects coming up in the rest of the year? Like, have you got any albums coming out? Visual?
Uh, the last thing that I have coming out is that On Red song. That's as far as audio, but I have a music video coming out in June on National Children's Day, and for those that's been following me and shit, the song is titled "Best Damn Moment." It's a song that I got with local business, the Hatchetberry, which is an axe throwing business,
Mm.
and we're partnered with the Ronald McDonald House charity on that song, and we're raising money for children through that song. So like any streaming royalties we get or any of that, that's getting donated directly to the Ronald McDonald House charity. And so we're dropping the music video to that song on National Children's Day to revamp the song and bring more awareness to it and etc.
Oh.
So
Well, let me know because I'll post it to my page as well. So definitely going to support that as well. Okay. So before I close off the interview, so thank you for your time today. But let everybody know, for everybody that's just joined as well, where can we find you, your music, and how can we contact you?
Azazus.com, everything you want to know is on one site. Uh, if you're not like anybody booking me, you shouldn't need to contact me. But if you do need to contact me, hit the press kit button. It'll have my email and all that stuff on there. So
Yeah, exactly. I've checked that out. I've been checking all your websites out and stuff. So yeah, that all works. I've
indeedy,
been
yes,
subscribed to your
indeedy.
videos and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, well, thank you so much for your time. I know you're a busy man, so I appreciate you coming in and doing the interview with me. And I will catch you again later. Hopefully we can catch up again to do another interview, just if if you're free in about 6 months' time, so that we can see how your progress has gone. So if
Hey,
you've
progression
got
interview.
time, so but I appreciate you,
Oh, you know I'll make
Azazus.
time for you.
You can just hit me up offline anyway, so it is what it is. But I will upload this over to my YouTube as well. That'll be done over the next week, and yeah, it'll be on this page anyway. And I'll probably post some snippets onto my TikTok as well, so that because I've already tagged you loads in TikTok today, so
Yeah.
so yeah. All right then. Well, thank you so much, Azazus. I will speak to you
All right.
later. Take care. Bye.
Sounds good.
Well, that was Azazus, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you do go follow him and his journey. Appreciate you guys for staying indoors, staying on the live and asking the questions and everything. If you are interested in an interview, I am booked up until September, so please do reach out to me as soon as possible, and I will catch you guys later. This is Mimsy, UK official, signing out. Bye.